Greetings and salutations, my name is JW608 and today I am playing StarMade. And we are working yet again on the thing. You know, the thing. Alright, anyway. Is there a knot attached to this? Yes, there is. Alright. This is the escape pod. And I realized I need a door. Well, I'd like a door. We're working still on the escape pod. Oh, that's not quite what I wanted. It's what I got, but it's not quite what I wanted. Let's see. Do something like... So I kind of like that curve there. Do something like this. Oh, hey, how about that? No, it needs to go. All right. So when we dock, it's there. When we undock, the door comes back on. All right. I didn't have to rip up half my logic stuff. Awesome. Well, I wanted a door on this end. Because, let's see, if we go to the main template and we trigger that, whoop, I have that set up already. Okay. I forgot I had it set up for eject. F1, F8. Let's slow her down. Let's throw in let's throw in our rail docker. Well, let's throw the jump drive, scanner, then rail docker. So let's come back here. Should probably put an inner ship remote that controls that button as well, shouldn't we? Alright, so let's get us an inner ship remote. I can never remember where they put inner ship remotes. Oh, there we go, inner ship remote. And it did shut the door. That's good. Ship remote. I really wanted in all this logic nonsense. Let's stick it right there. No. Stick it right there. And we're gonna call this eject. And we're gonna link it to that. So now we have the eject button, which should be first, then the jump drive, then the scanner, then the rail docker. Alright. So, should be able to do this. Eject. Eject. Ah! I'm a moron. That's the reason I failed. So, I want to make sure that is okay. That is good. And let's jump. And so we can test the door like I wanted to do, just not the way I wanted to do it. And let's reset you. Turn that off. And let's F1, F8 back into the escape pod and rail dock it. All right. So now this came back. I should be docked again. They should be docked again. Why are you... Alright. Well, what's going on here? I want to get rid of that for right now. What? You want to get rid of it? Yeah, I want it to be a regular rail so I don't lose my pod this time. Let's bring that back. So now... There we go. Now this door light should work properly. Hit that. Hit that. There we go. Closes the door, pops the red light. Alright, and then ejects the pod, except it doesn't actually eject the pod right now. Okay. So let's start walling this up. Why are you just walling it up? Because... reasons and stuff. Well, because this is a interior type deal, and I don't really care. In fact, I could just do like that. That should be sufficient. I don't have to wall up the whole thing, just make sure that... Go, make sure that... Wait a minute. Why can I see... Oh, because that is a slab, alright. It's a slab with an invisible portion. That's why. It's, another there, and let's get to gravity. There we go. Oh, no, no, no. And I'm stuck in the floor. No, I'm not stuck in the floor. I'm stuck in the door. There we go. That leads me to nowhere. This one leads me here. So I can access the... There we go. So I can come here and go C. And come here and go B. Now they're connected. Oh, right. So that means when I am on this one, I can hit the eject button. And that should have closed this door, except I messed with the circuits. Alright, and let's close that, hit that again, so that should... See, we're moving. We're moving. We're moving. And for whatever reason, that decided... Oh, it doesn't trigger because... Okay, dummy. You're still docked. That shouldn't have changed anything. It should change over once you actually eject. This door should close. Okay, that makes sense. You're the one who designed it. I know. Leave me alone. Alright. So, barring all this was a secondary thing I had. I think this escape pod's pretty good, although this does bring up a another problem, is I have a blueprint called escape pod. So let's hop out and let's look at this escape pod, F1, F8. Okay, this is an escape pod of sorts. Yeah, it's a pod you can escape in. Not integrated docking. Yeah, I don't like that. So let's... F1, F8, that should throw me into the... Not you. F1, F8, that should throw me into... No, I guess it doesn't. Okay. I used to be able to do that into a F1, F8 into a station, well, sometimes, and it'll throw you into one of the docked entities. Actually, come to think of it, it was always a turret it threw me into, so that might be... Anyway. So let's hop into here, into the escape pod, and we're going to overwrite it, because I don't need that anymore. So we're just going to call this a safe blueprint as a 608 escape pod. Hold up. Not escape pod, an escape pod. Alright. So the escape pod is good. Let's see, let's forget what I'm doing. Let's set up our ejector again. And let's see. This side doesn't really need to be that, so let's do this. Display module, eject, and grab that, and that's what 3 quarters, and let's get a button, small button, so you'll be able to eject from this side as well, and just feed that straight into this wireless block. So you're saying, oh no, everyone's loaded. There's no room. You must go without me. I hit the button and send them on to their safety. Because I stay with my ship and I'm doomed. Doomed! The door closed too, as soon as it hit there. Alright, well, I'm happy with that. It works the way I want it to work. Now there's a question of, do I want any sort of return mechanism? The answer is... Not really, no. Because if I'm using an escape pod, it's not a shuttle. If I'm using an escape pod, the main ship is going down. It is lost. The crew is abandoning ship. I am not going to be coming to, more than likely will not be coming to add the escape pods back to it. The ship is lost, so I don't really care about having any sort of retrieval system. Now, I'm leaving this in so I can toggle between it. Actually, no, stop that. So I can toggle between it because, the case, the bad guy has infiltrated your ship and has escaped through an escape pod. I want to be able to replenish it in that case, but in normal operating procedures, I should never have a reason to reinstall an escape pod. So, that being said, we're just going to copy this as that, and that, and let's paste it to make sure everything's hunky-dory. Alright, and let's see. That all looks good, so let's admin load in an escape pod. We're not going to wire it up. Oh, okay, that is not right. Can admin load in things that intersect? Cool. Alright, so let us grab ye ol' escape pod, not this one. Grab ye ol' escape pod. There we go. And let's see, what have I done? We're going to delete this blueprint, and we're going to save this blueprint as 608 ESCAPE pod. Alright. Admin load one that doesn't have to be docked. There we go. Got that all figured out. Right, let's just take this one back to station. Whoa, this thing's zippy. Boom. Alright. Probably test this out to see what else it needs, but we might come back and refine the escape pod. Might not. Oh, build block. Go, and let's go here, nav filter to docked entities, and let's filter, there we go, and destroy entity, there we go, and let's turn off docked entities and do an escape pod. There we go. All right, there. And let's see, a little AG type thing, and a gravity block for good measure. So making sure my copy works. Come in here. That disturbs me, but it'll work. This should be opened. Probably gonna have to adjust that every time. Alright, so come in, I hit the button and it launches the escape pod. For whatever reason, it still has the door open. I will deal with that in the future. Right now, let's see, is that still loaded? Paste? Oh, I can't. In fact, I could stack these on top of each other. Because they aren't interfering with each other, I could have them all, have these all just shoot out escape pods. Now they'll probably bounce around off of each other, but you know what I mean. I'm going to save this as a 5 escape pod bay. Alright, so now I have a template for an escape pod bay. For the, well, I guess it's a 10 escape pod, but it's built on the 5 system. So I could, I could do that, whatever that happened there. I could admin spawn. Admin spawn. You know what? Actually, having the wireless is almost completely optional. Well, not completely optional. Admin spawn. All right, and let's have a button. This button controls that button and that button and that button and that button. We go pew! And it launches all. Awesome, I think that's amazing. Of course, now they're going to bounce off of each other and fly off into the ether, but that's what escape pods are for. And it closed all the doors. So I could wire all these buttons up to a control in the bridge or a control room and just hit the button to launch all the escape pods. And then hit the button again and have it turn them all to retract. In fact, you could wire this up to check in a bridge control room, lighting up lights to show which escape pods are getting fired. Or even a computer system to tell you that. Huh. Alright, anywho, I have been JW608, and this has been my escape pod. And I think now I have an escape pod I'm happy with. I need to make sure this one's set up properly for being docked, but no, it should be. Anyway, I should probably set it also so the beacon. No, I want the captain to, or the captain of the pod to determine when the beacon should be on. I know it's not pretty, but it's an escape pod. It's not supposed to be pretty. It's supposed to be get me out of here now. Anywho, I have been JW608. This has been StarMade, and I'll dig you cats later.